Okay, beautiful. So welcome everyone for this special meditation and Zohar reading from portion Ki Tetzeh, as Michael Berg shared with us that this time it's very powerful and important to read, scan, and meditate from Zohar Ki Tetzeh. Ellison is right now going to our teachers Rav Karen in Tzfat, and she'll give us a little bit consciousness and meditation just to really support all of the people right now in Israel, the one that been kidnapped, all the families, all the one that been injured, and for sure to support all of the souls that left the world. And we want to keep in mind, that one of the things that Ravash explained about those times that we don't feel the light. The Ravash explained, and Michael just recently explained about it. It's called Hester Panim, when we don't feel the blessings from the Creator right now. I was saying this is the most powerful time, that when our heart are broken, when we feel the lack, when we feel that the empty space, this is the most powerful time to cleave ourselves with the light of the Creator and to activate the energy of certainty in the Creator. Because we know, the Rav explained that even in the chaos, there is a perfect order. Even though it's painful, but there is a perfect order, because God forbid, things could be even worse. So even in the chaos the Rav explained, there is a perfect order. Of course, we want to make sure that those things are not going to happen anymore, and this is why we get together in together. And Rav is saying that in that time, we need to feel the pain of the majority of all of the people that going through pain right now, because we want to make sure when we are one, we can elevate the consciousness of other people. We're going to elevate the energy of mercy in the world.
We have the opportunity to spread the Pinkasim to literally thousands of soldiers with volunteers that are really excited to be able to help to create miracles in Israel and in the lives of the soldiers. And literally we're passing out as much as we can and seeing miracles in front of our eyes. It's just really in awe of the power of the Zohar and the power that we have at the center. To be able to connect to the Zohar as an antenna for the light of the Creator. And we have to just constantly remember to ask the Creator to just keep bringing the blessings to Israel that we're actually prophesied by the prophets, that this time that was supposed to be in the future is the time that's happening to us.
Hey, listen, just unmute yourself.
I muted the whole time, or just now?
Just the last sentence.
Oh, okay. I don't know how I got muted. So the night on Friday night when Simchat Torah was starting, I was studying from the Days of Power, and some of you may have read this as well. And then I woke up in the morning with what I thought was such insight to what the Rav was sharing about the power of Simchat Torah and the power, like even now as we're, as I'm talking to you, we hear like airplanes flying back and forth, and it really feels like this energy of it's going beyond time, space, and motion. So the Rav wrote this decades ago, and it's completely relevant to what our world is going through right now, and us as Kabbalists, and you'll understand why the Rav is giving us this insight to exactly what's happening. So the Rav writes about Simchat Torah, because Simchat Torah has the ability to nourish all of the nations of the world. The power of Simchat Torah, which is exactly when this happened. So the Rav writes, our sages teach us that the nations of the world must be nourished and can only be nourished by the Israelites. This doesn't refer only to the people of Israel, but rather to anyone who understands and implements the wisdom of Kabbalah, which encompasses the spiritual laws of the universe. The people of Israel alone can give the world spiritual fulfillment, and therefore the world depends on them for its existence. The existence of the world is depending on Israel. And the Rav continues and says, if the people of Israel do not look after the world will have no choice but to hate them, attack them, and try to cause them to nourish it so that it doesn't perish from spiritual hunger. I'll just repeat that again. If the Israelites, the people of Israel, do not look after the world will have no choice but to hate them, attack them, and try to cause them to nourish it, to nourish the other nations of the world so that it does not perish from spiritual hunger. It's like a ravenous hunger. Like imagine it's starving. The world's starving for that hunger. That's why the Romans and the Spaniards and the Germans, so the Romans was the fall of Jerusalem, the Spaniards was the Inquisition, and the Germans was the Nazis, who are all the descendants of Esau, did what nature ordered them to do. They had no choice because the people of Israel had not performed their duty. So this is very, very powerful. And as we're going to start to read the Zohar together, we want to imagine that our group together is nourishing this hunger of all the nations of the world. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? This is how we do it. We do it by reading the Zohar and imagining that that energy is nourishing the world. Michael, you want to start with Ki Tetzei? We'll say it together. And we can start also by lighting a candle. And what I want you all to imagine is that you're really here, and this is you lighting the candle, all of us, the hundreds of us that are here together, that we're all here, we're with the Rav Karen, we're asking the Tzaddikim, we're asking the prophets to awaken the most incredible possible feeding of spiritual energy to nourish the world with our desire and that love that can completely cure any hatred. Completely, all the hatred, all the fear, that we're just sending love to the world. Okay, so let's all together, as we light the candle, imagine that we're making this connection together. And as we light the candle, we want to send energy also to all the souls that had to go through this torture. Send that light to all those souls, all the innocent souls. Send the light to all the families that are searching for their loved ones. And send that light to all the soldiers in Israel that are fighting and that fought and that died in the past 48 hours to protect Israel. And all the soldiers and all the reserves that will come into the line of duty, that they're protected with the Zohar. Center is given thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of Zohars. And you can also ask the creator to make you a channel right now so that you can spread more love and more light to the world. And you can ask the Rav Karen if there is anything specific that you should be meditating on, any specific way that you personally need to help, anything that your soul signed up for as part of your soul contract in this phenomenal time that we're in right now in the world. And as we begin to read together, Michael will guide us with Ki Ttzei.
Yeah, just a second. Okay, so. Okay, so I have a reason I can't share the screen. And why? So I'm going to just read, let's read the first and the second verse, the last verse altogether. If anyone reads Hebrew, so you can read from your own Zohar maybe, and the rest we just keep our mics closed, and we can all keep the meditation. I'm going to start with the first verse from Ki Ttzei. You can repeat after me the first verse. ואנשו אותו 100 כסף וגומר. פיקודה דה. לדון בדין מוציא שם רע. הדא ודכתיב ואנשו אותו 100 כסף ונתנו לאבי הנערה. כי הוציא שם רע על בתולת ישראל, רבנן, והי איהו בתר נישואין, דאמר למצאתי לביתך בתולים, ולאו כל שם רע שקול, דמרגלים דאפיקו שום ביש, על הרעה התענשו בגינה, ומיתו ולה זכו לה, ואיתתה קרקע היא בהרעה, כמה דהוקמוה אסתר קרקע עולם הייתה. Alison, you want to read from the Rav Karen, a verse?
Yes, so 2, or you want to skip?
No, continue, number 2. Yeah, we could do the whole 10 verses.
Okay. Aval, Rabbanan, Vavilinun, Da Avlin, Tavan, Taval, Da Urayata, Vela Yada, Ba Basitri, Da Urayata, Ela Halin, Vahamorin, Da Urata, Kalin, Tavan, Da Urayata, Umara, Da Urayata, Hata, Chata, Chita, Hat, Hey, Ilena, Da Tov, Vera. I also have someone else here, Nomi, that she can read.
Okay, perfect. So now I think you can see it on the screen.
Okay, great. Someone else, my friend.
Hi everyone. Late דרכה דמלכה ומטרוניתה למרכב על חמרה, אלא על סוסבבנה. ה' ד' היא תרכב על סוסיך מרכבותיך ישוע. דהן מזלזלין במלכותה למרכב מטרוניתה על חמרה. כ"ש מלכה לידין אתר הדיוט עבד. דרכי למרכב על חמרה. ו' ב' ג' ד' כתיב במשיח אני ורוכב על חמור. אני יהוא תמן בסימן. עירובין נידה יבמות ושאר מתניתין בכלל. ולה יתקרי תמן מלך. עד דרכיב בסוסיה דילי כנסת ישראל.
If someone would like to read, just unmute yourself and you can read the verse number 5.
Hi,
Hello, who is it and where are you from?
Angel from Venezuela.
Welcome, please.
Kusha berichu kat ichu leva meatrei las ichu melech. Bechat itchabar leatrei. Vahaya Hashem melech. V'chachi Yisrael temar bechon. Kol Yisrael b'nei melachim. Kegafna de'ava inun benoy. Las inun b'nei malachim. Ad di hadrun le'ara le'Yisrael. Ve'itma de חדוית דה. אף על גב דאיכו חדוית לגבי מראי. עלה יתמר. אל תהי ברכת הדוית קלה בעיניך. והדוית דה לגבי מלכה עבד מתת. ואדם כדמאה דלה נטר יקר דיהבו לי. נחתו לי למחול עם חמרי ואמר אני בחמורי נאכל באבוס אחד. ויששחר בחי חמרה אחר להתקרא יששחר חמור גרם. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, number 6. Someone want to read? Just unmute yourself and say your name and where you're from. Okay, so just be ready for number 7. ורבנן מראה מתניתין מטרוניתה יתמר בה, ומלכותו בכל משלה בתר להתלבשה באסתר, שליטת אסתר על אחשוורוש ואומתה, ויתמר בהור, והרוג בשונאיהם, ואי תמה דהתייחד עימה. אף על גב דאבו בביתה חדה חס ושלום, אלא כגוונה דיוסף, יתמר בה. ותנח בגדו אצלה, ולא לבושו, אלא בגדו לשנה דבוגדים בגדו. I'm going just to say number 3, because I think we skipped number 3. אבל רבנן ובאי לינון דאכלין תבן תבל דאורייתא, ולא ידע בסתר דאורייתא, אלא קלין וחמורין דאורייתא. קלין תבן דאורייתא, חומרא דאורייתא חיטה, חטא אילנה דטוב ורע. We have someone that would like to read number 7.
I can read. I
Please.
can read from Los Angeles.
Please.
והכה סתרה רברבה, ובגינדה אסתר, לשנה דסתראה, עתה סתר לי שכינתה סתירת לה מאחשוורוש. ויהיב לי שדה בהתרה והתהדרת היא בדרועי דמרדכי. ומרדכי דהבה ידע שמה מפורש ושבעין לשון. עבד כל דה בחוכמתה ובגין דה וכמוה מראה מתניתין דאפילו בלה דא, אית לי לבר נש, קודם דהתייחד עם איתיתי, למללה עמה בגין דשמה שדה התחלפה באיתיתי.
Thank you. Number 8, we have someone that would like to read number 8. Just unmute yourself. Okay. Let me read.
Deborah from Miami.
Please.
ודע תקע מאילנה לטוב ורע, אבל אם כי משכינתה שינו. אדם הוא דרתיו, אני אדוני לא שניתי. אני דע שכינתה ולט לא תהילו מכל סטרין. אך החנין אדם הוא דרתיו, כל הגויים כהאי נגדו.
Thank you. Number
I
9.
can read number 9, Moran from Miami. וביתרד שכינתה תמן, כמה סגולות תמן, ובגין דאסתר התלבשת שכינתה בה, חיה אהבת למעבד עמה כמה סגולות, כגוונה דשרה קודשה בריחו נתיר לה, בגין שכינתה דאבות עמה, נתיר לה מפרעו, ואפילו לבושה ותכשיטיה בכולו שווה קודשה בריחו סגולות בגין שכינתה. ובגין דעתה פרעו לסנדלה, מחל לעמיה, והכי נמי בכל תכשיטין דילה, בכל תכשיט ותכשיט דאבה נגע ביה, מחה לעד יתפרש מינה ההוא תמה, ואחר לה לבעלה.
Let's read the number 10 all together. Just mute yourself and you can just repeat after me. As one soul, again, we like to send all of this energy to all of the people in Israel. Send them the energy, the love, to awaken the love in our heart. Connect with simple love. Awaken the energy around us. Our family members, doesn't matter where we at in the world. We need to awaken that energy of simple love, simple care, to add more energy of mercy to the scales of the world, that the mercy side will win and the light will be revealed, and we can start to feel and see the blessings, and awakening this energy for the entire world. One soul. Ve'i, Dila, and mute yourself, just mute yourself so everybody can hear. Man, בגופה.
ואפילו באצבע,
הילה,
בסתרה, ייחודה,
והזר, הקרב, יומת, בקודשה, בריחו, לה, יהיב רשו, נקרב, גבה, הדאו דכתיב, אני, אדוני, הוא, שמי, כבודי, לאחר, לא, אתן. Thank you. Alison? You can unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, I'd like to say a few words before we finish in this live streaming.
Yes, so we want to really keep all of this in our hearts, and we spoke to all the teachers who were speaking with Michael and Monica earlier, and it's got the message really to be in the most loving and open-hearted place that we possibly can, with all the responsibility we have as Kabbalists, as students of the Rav Karen, that we can just keep in the place of love and no judgments. It really go against our nature with all the hatred that we see and how easy it is to get into the terror. That's why it's called terror, because that's their job. The terrorist job is to instill terror into us, and we have to really go beyond it and go above it, not to stick our heads in the sand and say it's not happening, but to be balanced, not to let it overwhelm us, and to be able to have that power of mind over matter and that connection to the supernatural that the Kabbalists have. Michael, you want to share?
Yes. First of all, thank you, Alison, for making the effort and go to the Rav Karen, because I know there is now also some attacks at the north. Just for everybody to know, we have the 24/7 call, Zohar call. I think they extend the amount of people that can join. So please, whatever time you have to join and to meditate and to pray and to connect, please do so. Really want to thank everyone for participating. We're all one soul. Just be safe and stay tuned for future connections. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all. And we also have opportunities to be able to support with more of the Pinchasim. We basically, Israel is like finished. We're like almost done with all the supply. Right away need to start to print more. So you can reach out to your teachers and see how you can be part of supporting that as well.
We're going to have soon links. So.
And I just want to share one more thing. When I said that for the past 48 hours that we were we were really in the mode of handing out these Zohars and thinking about it all the time. So my kids went, my teenage kid, my preteens, and I really felt that like what they were doing and what my husband and our friends were doing to spread the Zohar to the army was giving the most important part of the picture, which is the connection to the Creator. And I gave them like a little pep talk before. I felt like I was like, I wasn't sending my kids out to war because they weren't fighting anything physical, but it felt that I was like sending them, on the most amazing spiritual mission to hand out these small Zohars of like the most important part of the war, which was the context of the spiritual foundation that, that we have to know that the Creator is there the whole time and ask the Creator to be there and protect. And in the past, there have been such miracle stories about armies that had the power to not speak like evil speech about their enemies, and none of their soldiers were hurt. They all came back to war like completely like they went. So it's there's so much power in our consciousness and our words, and I just really pray for all of us that we have the strength from the Creator to be able to stay in that elevated consciousness with our words. Thank you all.
Seguimos unidos en la
Thank you.
oración.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Love everyone.
Thank you. Love you, Alison. Love you.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.